think I mentioned earlier, Jamie's already got a rear post shelf, a brand new one in charcoal to go in, but it's doing me head in, and the only ones I had here were quite sun bleached. So what I did, with a can of matte black spray paint, rattle canned one, and I've put one in. I've also done something else. So, cut a hole in that carpet for the RS Jamie logo, and pass the shelf and show you. Pass the shelf. So that was like light grey earlier. So now it's quick go over with a matte black rattle can, and it will do until Jamie's brand new one goes in there. So now it looks like, well, at least that'll look complete car from the back and the inside really. So what's left now is door card, I've got to make them first. Steering column, steering wheel. And I think I'm done on the inside. Aren't I? I think I am. Yeah, I think I am. Yeah. Eventually I'll figure out some better fittings for these rear cards. Because seats generally hold the sides in, is what rear seats would hold the rear sides in, so we've got no rear seats. So. But yeah, I'm thinking, what else have I got to do? Steering column, steering wheel, door cards, which have both got to be made. I've got to make the door card, and I've got to make the hub up for the steering wheel. But in regards to the back end, I'm done. Exhaust, I don't think the gentleman who's going to make me titanium one's going to be able to make it over before the show, sadly, so don't think we're going to have a exhaust on there. Basically, I've got a stainless steel one, but I don't want to weld that one, brackets for that one on there. And then, obviously, the brackets are in the wrong place for the titanium one, so I don't know. I'll scratch my head a bit on that. Like I said, I've got other priorities this week. It's getting wheels on it. So Wayne's cut my 10mm steel rings for me. They're in the post. They'll either be here tomorrow or Tuesday. Then I can crack on with those hubs. I just want it on 4 wheels. Gotta go and pick up the wheels and tyres tomorrow as well. What else? Yeah, I'm getting there, man. Getting there. So that was a bit of precision cutting when it's standing off. Didn't want to take my thumb off, do you know what I mean? Obviously when there's a boot build done, like I said before, that'll all be lit up with an LED and stuff. So it looks spot on. I do think that's it for today. I think I'm done there. But again, I don't think this will make it onto tomorrow's video because I've got too much to upload. I think this will go on to next Saturday's video. Yeah. So today is 2 weeks away from MaxPowerReuniun. We've got 2 weeks to go. Yeah, we've got 2 weeks to go. Fingers crossed for me. Cheers. Morning. Back at it. And we have some tyres. There we go. Been out this morning, collected them. Gone for a little bit of stretch, just so I can clear the front bumper correctly, because the wheel's not dead centre, so we need a bit of a smaller tyre, but they look nice, man. So, got one mounted. So I've got a tyre on. So I'm waiting for some stuff to come in the post. Done my steering wheel. Oh, update. Guess who's back? Back again. Yeah, man. Have a new front ring. I felt naked without one, man. It's a bit wider, but it's not sliding off. It's bigger. It's the biggest thing I could find on the internet, man. So anyway, steering wheel's on the column now, and we've done away with them stupid spaces. And as you can now see, the spline, 6-sided spline, goes into the back of the hub, which them spaces were stopping, basically. Yeah, them spaces was the dangerous, man, because it was stopping that from sitting in there. It was catching, basically, on a little bit of this alloy housing, and all I did is file it down. Literally 2 minutes with a file,
and I fold it down in here. So now look at the clearance now. And obviously there's your locking pin for your steering lock, so that won't fit. It's the wrong hub, so we need an escort hub. But that'll do for now. Drilled it down this morning, and there you go. So we've got 6 bolts in there onto the hub, what it should be, but we couldn't put the horn back on. Basically the horn incorporates these 3 large nuts, and those 3 holes share a location with the hub, basically. So you got bottom hub bolt, you got hub bolt there, hub bolt's just off there, hub bolt's there, but these we can't screw back in because they need to sit flush. So what we'll do, as was on the car before, we'll put a horn button somewhere else. That's not the end of the world. Do you know what I mean? Steering wheel's on the column, we'll get that in. And I checked the cowlings on the column, they don't rub the hub. So the only rubbing was that piece of alloy. Yeah. Oh, I'll see you in a bit.
Steering wheel's in.
Like I said before, couldn't incorporate this horn because these big bolts can't be put back into the wheel really using the hub we've got, so there's no horn. So that's the horn. I'll show you the steering wheel.
There we go, the steering wheel's in. Doing its job, not catching on anything. And we've got no more of these silly spacers and washers and plumbing nuts in there, like, you know. So, yeah man, happy with that. Suits the car, down to the ground, doesn't it? Pink steering wheel. So Jamie's done well there, picking that. Looks the bollocks, I think. Yeah man, so that's that. So what am I waiting on now? Waiting on different rear spaces to come. Seats will be here today, so I'm waiting on seats to arrive today so I can put these back in with a pair of seats. I've ordered a sheet of PVC off eBay, 3mm, so replace that because that broke up on removal because it was tiger sealed in that bad. So I've got PVC, tiger seal coming off eBay, spaces for the back coming, my rings that have been CNC cut, they should be here tomorrow. They're not going to make, post has been today, they're going to be here today. So the hubs I'll weld up tomorrow, get back over to the lad I know, to the machine room, get them on the lathe, get their studs pressed in. So that'll be the hubs, hopefully done by Wednesday at the latest, the hubs, so we'll have all 4 wheels on. Seats in, door cards I can't do until the weekend, but I don't need the car here to be doing the door cards. Door cards I can crack on with without the car. So what have I got to do before Jay can have his car back? Wheels on, seats in, I think. So hopefully get the seats in today. I've got to put the wing vents in. I've got some new pins come. Jamie ordered the pins from me off eBay. They arrived and it says Jamie orders stuff and she puts it down as Kev MRM. And the envelope arrived and it said Kev question mark MRM Pinky question mark. So whoever the seller was of the wing vent pins knows me or knows of me and knows the car. So it wasn't my eBay account that purchased them, it was Jamie's. So whoever you are, cheers. So that's it, I think, yeah. I think steering wheel's in. Got to do door cards. Just trying to think, man. Wheels, door cards, seats, wing vents. I've got some new track rod ends to put on. I'll change them when I put the front hubs back on. Yeah, I can't think of anything. So what I might do now is go down into the my machine room and press the new bearings into the front hubs and to the rear hub, ready for when the flanges are done to go in. I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, get the bearings put into the hubs whilst I'm waiting for these seats to turn up. Sound. See you in a bit. Afternoon. I had some rings arrive off my mate Wayne at Droitwich Shop Blasting Services, I think. He goes by Old Check. But not pretty, because these are cast and they spit some shit out, man. Look at that. They really do throw some shit out, so you have to have your welding sleeves on. But basically, that went round the hub. I have to be careful because it's still hot, man. And yeah, that's a smaller diameter one, because basically 2 of them were smaller than 1 of them. Yeah, that was a smaller one. But that one, I don't know what happened there, Wayne. But the OD of the ring was a bit smaller than I ordered. So I had to fire, basically, there's a 2mm gap between the outer ring and the inner hub. I had to fire some weld into that one, fill up the gap, but it was still easier than opening up the hub by welding it. So these are still hot at the minute. You can hear them pinging and ticking away. I can't put water on them because it'll ruin the welds, basically, so I have to wait until they cool down on their own. That was the first one done. Yeah, that's still too hot to put in the car. That was the second one done. That's the third one done, and I can feel the heat still. So I reckon I'll have to leave these for another hour or so, cool down. Then over to the lathe, and I can mill these down, drill holes, and 5 stud up. But yeah, cheers Wayne, man, you saved me loads of hours. Basically that's taken me about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 to weld these 3 up, obviously on both sides. Yeah, so welded up, both sides are welded up. Horrible weld, because it's cast and it just spits at you. But once that's on the lathe, that'll come up lovely. Yeah, there's 3 hubs there. I'll get the rest of the wheels on then. If I can get these done today, wheels will be on today, but it's absolutely pissing it down again. So, but I'd like to get the wheels on today, if I can sort these out. Seats are going to be between 3 and 5, so I've got to get over to the tool shop and back. It's 12:15 now. So I might try and find a metal tray to put these on. I need to get over to the lathe, get these sorted. But you can't rush the cooling because it's cast. If you try and rush the cooling on these, it will just, the welds will go weak. Do you know what I mean? So you got to let them naturally cool down. So yeah, see you in a bit. Afternoon. It's a bit wet and windy again today. Might have to shut this door so you can hear me better, but we'll see. Cup of tea down a minute. Right, front hub, 5 stud. Let's drag it on the biscuit a minute. That's it. Machined, front and back. Back's not so important, the front is, but look at the diameter on that hub now, the OD. More than wide enough to hold 5 studs. We can't change these because the ones that turned up are wrong, even though I gave the eBay company the registration. They're very similar, but they're wrong. But 1 second, I'll shut the door. So it's a bit wet and windy today. There's been a couple of questions on eBay. Well, not questions, more the, I don't know, people pointing out that these won't balance up because I've welded them. I'm not sure where you're coming from with that. Unless you're looking at the pre-machined faces and thinking, I'm going to bolt a wheel to that, which is kind of ridiculous because you need a flat face. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure where some people are coming from. The couple of people that have said it, I've just advised you to keep watching the videos, and hopefully you'll get to this point and understand why there won't be a wheel wobble. Do you know what I mean? There's one. Look at that. It's on, and it's mint. So that one's on. Like I said, I machine these flanges down. When you put this standard flange, before I've done anything, into the lathe and you true it up, it's about 20 thou out. Between, all four are between 10 and 20 thou out. Before machining, before welding, before anything. So what I've done, I welded that ring on, got rid of the original holes, then I put it back on the lathe and I machine it up, and now it's literally 2 to 4 thou is a one of them's spot on, two of them are spot on, and then you get like 1 to 2 thou, and it could be the chuck, the jaws, but that means the tolerance on these flanges, theoretically, is better than factory tolerance. Do you know what I mean? Because don't forget, it's only a cast hub. Yeah, they take the front off, but they don't spend hours on the lathe truing things up at a factory. They make these by the millions, well, hundreds of thousands or whatever. So anybody who's asked the question, I think you're asking the question of, will I bolt the wheel to the weld? Well, no, look, there's no weld there anymore. Do you know what I mean? These aren't the easiest things to weld to. Do you know what I mean? They're cast. What you have to do, you use blowtorch, and you have to get the hub glowing red around the edge before you can even weld. Do you know what I mean? So you get it hot, then you run your weld, and you have to then wait hours for the things to cool down, because you can't put them in a bucket of water because it'll just crack because they're cast. Do you know what I mean? So the process I've gone through to weld these up, I don't know, there's no better process, you know. I had these rings plasma cut, and then I've tapered in so the weld sits in, you know. Heated the cast, welded it, let it cool, machined it. So I don't know if anybody's still got a question about the fact that it won't run true. Far away if I'm missing something here, because I think you thought I was going to bolt it onto a weld. That's all I can imagine, do you know? The only thing I don't like, I've done the fronts are nice, man. Rears, only thing I don't like is, when I was putting the bearing races into the rear hubs, the hubs must have had, like, I don't know, over the years, they're 30 years old, I don't know, dozen, 20 bearings put in and out of them, I suppose, I don't know. But they've been a bit of abused, so I cleaned them up as best I could, the rear carriers, not the hubs, the carriers. Bearings are in, and it's turning. The bearings are turning, but they're not free spinning like the fronts. Double tapered bearings never really free spin like a solid bearing at the front. Front bearings are one bearing. You press a bearing in, and you put your shaft through. The reason I've put my outer CVs in as well, basically, because this is going to be rolling around even without an engine, you don't want this hub being in that bearing and the bearing taking all the weight of the car. So if you put the outer CV in and do that up, it can take the weight of the car fine. But if you don't have that in, you'll ruin a brand new set of front bearings, you know. But yeah, the rears, I'm not 100% sure I'm happy with the carriers. Won't know until we can drive it, really. Pushing it around will be fine. When we drive it, I might change the rear calipers, and Nembo Motorsport do billet ones. I've got them on the Escort Cosworth, so I might press those flanges out and put them in some billet ones eventually. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with this. So look, you got your 5 holes machine. I've milled those in with a milling machine into there, and then you got your spacer. I've taken these down from 15 to 10. So basically on a 15 they looked a bit too wide, so these are some I had on the shelf. But if I think it needs to go, I've put extended studs in the front, look. I didn't in the rear because we've got bolt-on spaces in the rear, because the rear needs spacing more than the front. So extended the studs at the front, so I can run up to 20mm spacer, up-centric spacer on the front. So we'll try them on 10s. If we need to go 15 or 20, we will. But we won't know until I got it on the floor. I need to lower these coilovers as well, because there's no engine in here. I need to drop it an inch or two to make it look like there's an engine in there. So, but yeah, that's it, man. Look, 5 stud, 5 stud, 5 stud. Right, I'm going to crack on, fit this, then I'll get the rears on. Cheers. There we go. We've got 4 wheels on at the minute, but that one's got to come off because I haven't fixed the hub properly on that, and there's a reason for that. Is basically, if you look down there, we've got like a 1 degree camber on the rear wheel now in comparison to the front. You should always have camber on the back, but there was like a 3 degree. I can see if I can show you on this side. Yeah, you should be able to see there. There's a massive amount of camber on there. It's like a 3 degree camber, and that's a track car camber, fair enough, for cornering. But you don't want it on a road because it starts chucking you everywhere. So basically what I've done, when I put the hub on, I shimmed the top of the hub. So we've got a 1 degree on that side and currently 3 degree on this side. But I've got to do this one because I haven't finished this one. That one I've done. What I'm going to do is shim up this one, and then I'm going to lower the front suspension. Once that's done, that's all my 4 wheels on. Yeah man, I'll show you after. See you in a bit. Right, knackered, but on wheels, look, and I've lowered the front. Look at that. And the eagle load amongst you might have noticed. We have bucket seats. Look at that. I don't know if I showed you that the other day, but carpet cut out to show that the RS Jamie logo. Yeah man, on all 4 wheels, chuff with that. And no more silly camera on the back either. And she looking good. Next job, door cards when the parts arrive in the post. Some plastic trims that go cover the carpet. I've got to cut down a couple of other bits. Cheers. Morning. Little update this morning. Bumper's back on. It's not screwed on the sides yet. These are minging, so I'm going to get some soap on these later and jet wash them before they go back into the car. Oh yeah. Little sticker on the side. Stickers that go on the windscreen. My mate's got to send me some new ones because the backing he used on the ones he sent me will not peel off. Checked all my other ones, they're mint. It's just this one off, so he's promised to get them out into the post for me today, bless him, my mate Brian. Actually, Brian, I'm sure Brian's got a shop, he does key rings, mugs, everything. I'm sure I've shared it before, I'll share it again. Memory's crap, but oh yeah, the windows are closed, hot wired the windows. Oh, 1 sec. That door was okay, bar one, but this door didn't have any plastic fixings in it to hold the door card. So I've been out to the GTI spares car and took all those off, put them in that door because they were just randomly screwed on. Nice black trims down there as well. Painted them black before I put them back in because they were scuffed and marked and everything. Yeah. What have I got left to do? Door cards. 1 sec. So obviously going to jet wash those, but door cards I'm still waiting. I've got the material. Material matches the seats. So I need to cut that one out. I'm waiting for the PVC to turn up. I got me Tiger Seal turned up as well. So got a couple of tubes of this stuff. Let's put the centre panel on. So sort them out, I can drop them down. I got all my Moret lenses here, I'm going to take them down. Yeah, we're getting there, man. So I'm taking this, well, haven't heard off Jay properly. Jay was supposed to come yesterday, didn't. Supposed to come day before, but I had to be in the machine shop. I don't know, my communication's not the best at the minute from Jay. Communication's breaking down, and there's a big snagging list to be done on this. Jay assures me it'll be done. So let's fingers crossed it'll be done, because plan is I'm going to go down, make sure he's in the body shop. I'm going to come back, put this on the trailer, drop it off and go, there you go. Crack on, you've got a week and a half then. Do you know what I mean? You had it for 2 months, 9 weeks, and another week and a half. I think that's plenty of time for a paint shop to sort it. So I can take these harnesses down, I can take the door cards down, fit them in the body shop, go down with my stickers, put my stickers on, merit lenses, bits and bobs in the body shop. But I think I've done pretty bloody well, to be honest, to get this to where it is. Do you know what I mean? In the time I've had, you know. Big myself up very often, but I am going to big myself up on it. Oh, we need indicators. The vents are in there. We need to put some orange indicators in the wings. Just noticed that. I'll go and grab the orange indicators out of the estate. And that's job done then, I think, for me. So I'll go and get the orange indicators. See you in a minute. Back again, and we've got some lovely orange indicators. Yeah. So yeah, man. Spoke to Jamie, RS Jamie, looking at pictures. I think these might have been tilted back a bit, so might undo. Let's have a look. We've got 3 bolt sections here, so I might put that top bolt in there. Could drop the back one down. Just give it a bit more lean back, I think. I might try that in a bit. Yeah, I've got to crack on. Jet wash these. They should dry immediately because they're nylon, so they shouldn't hold water. We'll see. But yeah, went down to the paint shop and it's closed. There we go. Jet washed, hanging to dry. They do soak up a bit of water, to be fair, so I don't think they would, but they do, so I'll leave them there as long as they have to, as long as they need to dry. But the shit that come out of them is unreal. Lots of shit come out of them. So I ended up jet washing my patio at the same time. But some crap come out of them, so nice and clean now. I'll clean them cobra signs out. Yeah, probably been in there some years, still haven't looked at the date, but there's no damage on them, all stitching's fine, so look pretty mint. So yeah, but oh yeah, Jamie asked me to put another sticker on. Basically it's a throwback to Max Power, because they had a Max Power one in this position on the car. So here you got MRM Power, because there was a Max Power one there. So my windscreen one will be going across the back there, and we've got MRM Power in the corners as well. Yeah, so that's me for the minute. Bit of telly, stop for lunch. What we got today? We've got ham and tomato, cheese and onion, and ready salted French fries. Banging. Cheers. Oh, still here. A couple more bits done that we're doing me in. Didn't look right without a gear stick in there, so I put a gear stick in. I put a wanted advert up for a centre console part. The gear stick's around because I don't like this thing. There's a little crack there. So I've put a wanted advert up, and there's like the ashtray thing missing from the back. Yeah. So hopefully someone will come through with them. And also, oh, Ford badge is on the boots. I put a bit of the helicopter tape across there, and MRM Power sticker in there. So, yeah. The boot badge is 95mm. The gear grill is a 90mm badge. I found one. So it needs tidying up. It's old. can't get a new one, 90mm one. So for now, I'll ask, well, I might have to do it myself, flat it down and just give it a coat of lacquer, tidy it up. I'll ask Jay, but don't know what's happening at the minute. But oh yeah, nice keyring as well. Look at that. That's off me mate Brian. He does my stickers and stuff. Like I said earlier, I think he's got a shop. I'll link him too. So done some keyring, so nice pink keyring to go. Alright, so there you go. So yeah, man. Look how nice it is in there, man. That's not the same car at all, is it? Carpets, do you know what I mean? Speakers, shelves, parcel shelf, nice clean cage. It's bloody lovely in there now, isn't it? Absolutely lovely. So I was hoping, I don't know if I said this already, to have an exhaust hanging on there for the show, but we're not going to get around to it. There's a lad, one of my Rusty Speed Shop, Rusty Garage or something, Mike Gareth. He's got a Powder's titanium stuff, so I was hoping to have that done. So they're going to come over here. That's not going to be done before the show. So yeah, but that's it. I had to put a gear stick in there, man, because it was doing me head in, seeing that the gates are just flopping about like. Yeah, man, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with what I've achieved so far. So I think now it's just down to the paint shop. Put the bits back on that he's already done. Tidied up, he's gone over them again and gone over bits. And get his side skirts finished and on. Yeah. So fingers crossed, next time you'll see me, he's putting this on a trailer in the morning and dropping it down to JM Decals. That should be it. Fingers crossed, man. Anyway, it's been emotional. Cheers. Followed, not finished yet. Palomone on Facebook, Paul Jones, he started a company called Creations in Carbon. And he messaged me the other week asking me for my logo. So I sent it him and he made me that. It's a placemat. Look at that, carbon fibre, MRM placemat. Lovely. So, Creations in Carbon, I think he's doing skinning and some custom carbon fibre products. But yeah, have a look on his Facebook page and his group and stuff. Good lad, another one of my friends. Lots of my friends are into different things, you know what I mean? So, it's nice, man. It's a good size as well. Look at that. Cheers. Well, afternoon. It's Friday, and I spoke to you yesterday, and I did say I was going to drop this back off this morning, first thing at JM Decals. But I've spoke to him this morning, went down there, and the man says he's too busy to take it today. Wants it Monday. First thing, when I say first thing, 10 a.m. He opens, so 10 a.m. Monday, and he promises me, faithfully, it will be ready for me to collect on the Saturday morning. So he's got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I collect it Saturday morning. Yeah, so it's here for the weekend still. So I took the opportunity to adjust the spacing on the wheels. I brought the front out another 5mm. I'm happy now. I brought the rears out another 5mm. It's too wide. It's quite deceiving, but they're perfect as they are there. And the front's now at 5mm wider. Absolutely spot on. I couldn't be happier with the stance of this car now. Got no silly 3 degree on the back. Like the back wheels were like that when we got the car. We got a nice 1 degree on the back. I need the tracking sorted, obviously, but that'll be done after the engine's done. Yeah, man. Chuffed to bits. Absolutely chuffed to bits with it. I did do today. So it's taped up in areas like the roof scoop and that, because obviously I thought I was taking it down in the rain today. Yeah, the harnesses come up absolutely brand new. Look at them. Brand new, them harnesses. They're not tied onto the rear bar at the back at the minute because there's a little lacquer run on the rear bar that James got a flat out. Like I said, some of the snagging on the snagging list. So once I'll put them on the rear bar on the Saturday, but before I do, I'll put that helicopter tape on, like I've done on here. This helicopter tape all the way down there and down there, which has been pretty good because I've been in and out this car, and I have marked the helicopter tape, which is wiped off. The tape's wiped off, which is great, man. So yeah, so I'm happy with the stance. Absolutely trust the bits of it. But whilst I'm here, I'll show something else. My lunch. No, I'm only joking. But we have got ham and tomato and cheese and onion and a can of pop. But just quickly at the end of this video, because obviously when you're watching this, it'll be the show tomorrow. And obviously the car is not finished, because even after the show, we're going on the engine. Obviously the engine parts are here. We'll start building the engine. But in regards to my mate RS Jamie, I'd just like to say thank you to her really for choosing me to build her car, because Jamie knows how much I love F2s. Even well before Jamie brought this, we were talking about F2s for a long time. She's got a Mexico there, which we did contemplate putting F2 arches on, turning that into kind of F2 replica. Yeah, so that's the first magazine. So Jamie bigged me up a lot in this magazine, and that's the first one. That was the first month I had the car. But then, what month was that? Can't remember. Then we got the second magazine. Jamie showing obviously the issues we've had with engines and the car in its preparation stages for the body shop and things. So we've got a second magazine, which is fantastic. So that's the Polo now. I know his motor, good motor. Then we got another magazine from this month, showing you prep and things we've got for the car, and the cage that Jay's done, and the bumper modifications that Jay's done. Loads of things in. That's month 3. But I did get myself something off eBay, thanks to somebody. I can't remember, it was somebody on my MRM Speed Shop page. Sent me a link, said, I found this on eBay, Kev. I thought it'd be good for you, and I brought it straight away. Is a 26, 27-year-old magazine of Max Power. Look at that. And inside Max Power, we've got, I think that's the first page. Look at that. Yeah. Look at the state of that bumper. Look at it, it's horrible, isn't it? And then, if you look in this magazine, you've seen loads of things as well. The bumper's already broken in some pictures. The side skirts are not well. Yeah, the gap on that front wing, look. So, they never did get the rears. They, for some reason, their front wheels are really slightly too wide, in my opinion. And the rears were not wide enough. So, I think I've got the stance of the car a lot better than what that is, you know. But yeah, man. It's nice to see that magazine, it really is. So I got myself a 27-year-old magazine and 3 magazines so far that the car's in. There'll be more magazines, obviously, because the car's nowhere near finished yet, even though the bodywork is. And then today in the post, I got Max Power Show Passes, an air freshener. I'll have to put that into pinky, I think. Sticker. Yeah, I can't remember what they call these. What is that? A lanyard or something? Yeah, man, so we got some stickers and shit. So what I'm going to do, hopefully today, the PVC that I ordered for these door cards should be here today. Even if I get them finished this weekend, I can't bolt them on because the inside wing mirror piece has to be bolted on before the door card, and I can't bolt it on until the wing mirrors are on. So that's a Saturday job for next week when the car's back. I'll make them and put them on. A couple of things I've got to do on the Saturday. But yeah, man. That's me at the minute. I got a picture done for the Thumbs Up Yeah Man t-shirts, and I've got a pal who does, got a few pals to do t-shirts, so I'm going to give another pal a go at doing these ones, even though Mitch does a lot of my MRM stuff.
He's a good lad, but I'm going to give this other lad a go on my t-shirts. Yeah, that's where I'm at today. So yeah, just a big up to RS Jamie really, because I've enjoyed it, man. I'm still enjoying it, you know. And she knows how much I love F2s, so I'm waiting on FedEx at the minute because I've ordered something for Lucifer 2 over there. Basically, I built the engine in that years ago, maybe more. It's brand new, it's never turned a key, the engine in that. And at the time, it was the best spec, all singing, all dancing engine I could build. But obviously, I've developed a lot of engines over the years for other people. And other people have got faster engines that I've built in their cars than I've got in my own car now. So I've changed the spec. Basically, when I show you the pistons, the engine I'm building for that is still the code for the 2 litre is N7A. The code for the 3 litre is Y5A. So I'm using a Y5A. I'm still using a 2 litre crank, but with the rod and piston setup I've gone for, it's a 2.4 now. That engine, I'm going 2.4 stroker, 2.4 stroker, but it's gonna be a beast, man. It's gonna be a beast. So I'd like to get that built alongside building the engine for this, really, and started. My mate Kieran's going for mapping on his Maxi again soon, so I'll use his new map as a base map for my starting of my engine. So. Yeah, brilliant. So I'm going to leave you there. I might show you loading that up on the trailer and dropping it to Jay's. If I don't, this will be it, I think. Unless my pistons do turn up today. If they do, I'll show you my pistons. So I'll leave it there. Cheers. See you later.